Well, okay, folks, I think we should begin with this session now. So we have some hi and hellos there. Okay, so we have some great campus experts with us who recently got into the program. They got into the last one, the August batch. So they will be sharing their journey, and then I will be sharing my journey as well. So first of all, I would like to invite Faika. She will be sharing how to apply for this program and stuff. Then she will share her journey as well. So, yeah. Hey, Faika, you're up.
Hey, hi guys. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, that's great then. So, hi everyone. I'm Faika, and I'm a GitHub Campus Expert. I've recently cleared my training last month, and now finally I am one. So, let's start with a basic introduction of what exactly GitHub Campus Expert is for the ones who don't really know and just are applying. So, GitHub Campus Expert is like one of the most popular student community programs in technology. And again, with this, it is very tedious to get selected into this program since the acceptance ratio is like 0.1%. So, with that said, we'll be like sharing our experiences. How did we get into the program? Some general tips and techniques for you all to get into. Now, now I guess you have an idea what exactly GitHub Campus Expert is, and who are GitHub Campus Experts. They are just student leaders who are basically driven to lead a tech community in their campuses or online. And of course, the basic motive is to promote diversity, inclusivity in their spaces. Now, let's talk about some general things that why should you become a GitHub Campus Expert and why should you apply for this program. So, starting with this, if you are interested into building communities, growing a tech community of your own, or creating opportunities for others, supporting others, helping other members, then this is one of the programs for you. And this is an amazing platform that will help you do all of these things. And again, you get support and trainings from GitHub to do all of these things and collaborate with student leaders beyond your campus. So, this is the benefits of GitHub being a campus expert. Now, let's talk some general questions that people have while applying to this program, and what are the criterias basically. So you need to be at least 18-year-old or above, and you must have a GitHub account, which should be like around 6 month old, and you must be actively contributing over GitHub into open source or whatever. And you must have a GitHub student developer pack. So all of you all who are here, I hope you have these prerequisites already fulfilled to apply for this program. And then another prerequisite is that you need to be enrolled in a post-secondary institution, any university, all right, to apply for this program, and have at least 1 year to completely graduate from that particular degree. So I think that is all. These are the like four prerequisites that you need to fulfill, and that's it. You're all set to go. Now let's talk about some common eligibility questions that people do have. Is that do I need to be from a particular background or from a particular country or anything? It's nothing like that. You can apply from any country. Everyone is eligible. And do you need tech projects or technical skills or a lot of internships or anything to apply for this program? Again, no internships or anything is needed. And I think that is it. Also, you don't even need to there is no prerequisite that you need to hold a community of your own. That's again a thing to note down. I think that's all about the program. Anything else, Farhan, that I need to cover up? Farhan?
No, I guess that was great. Let me just show them the screen that how they can like check the application and how to apply. Like so, okay, folks. So I will be sharing my screen to show you how to apply for it. So give me a second. Yeah. No. so I hope my screen is visible to everyone. Uh, can you tell me in the comments if it is? Okay, so it is. So first of all, you need to create a GitHub account and have this GitHub Student Developer Pack on it for like 6 months before applying to this program. Then you will have to go to education.github.com slash global campus slash student. Then once you are here, that means you have the student developer pack. Then you will have to go to students, then become a campus expert. So here you will see, and then there is some description that who are we. As Faika said, they are like student leading campus technical communities, and then who should join. So you can just go there and find the current GitHub campus experts as well. The process is simple and shown here as well. You need to get the GitHub student developer pack first, then you have to fill the application. So I will open the application. So recently the application link has changed. So they have moved to GitHub Global Campus for now. So you can read the documentation here as well on how to apply for this program. But first, we will just rush to the application again. So when you will click apply now, the application is open till 27th of Feb. First of all, you will need to fill your general information, your email, your graduation date, what degree are you studying in which country your school is located. Then there are like 3 questions. So first one is like to briefly introduce yourself and your community. The second one is to why do you want to become a GitHub campus expert, and the third one is there as well, that how the program will help your community. So by this they want to know that why they should help you and will you be a good fit for this program or no. So I will like to invite Faika on the screen as well so she can explain these questions to you all as well. So let me grab her. She's here. Faika, to assist you, I'm gonna share my screen again, okay? The question screen. Faika, yeah, you're audible now.
Yeah, I missed you. Like, what exactly do you ask? Did you ask me to?
Yeah, I'm gonna share my screen so you can explain the questions to the people, like the
Okay.
application questions. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. All right.
you can start when it's available.
Mhm. All right, guys. So the first question is briefly introduce yourself and your community. All right. So a lot of people have confusion with this one, which is a very simple question. A lot of people go, mentioning technical stack and all of those things, but be very precise because you have limited spaces. Like you see, you can only include around 1,500 characters for each answer. So you need to be very clear, and to of course stand out from all the other applications, you need to mention a very strategize things which will help you out in your application. So how can you move forward with this particular question is that start by introducing yourself. Don't go very technical. Start with introducing your hobbies, and with your hobbies align your technical skills, of course. So how did we go is like I started saying that yeah, I am Faika and I like doing these things. I like technology. I'm very passionate about computer science, and hence I love building communities, and this is the way I proceeded. Similarly, you will have to too. So introduce your hobbies, your work, what you do for communities, because that's what GitHub is looking for. So see yourself as a community leader. Mark this point. See yourself as a community leader and answer this question. And then define your passion for communities. And if you want to basically stand out of all the other applications, try to add a story, a true story around something that you did in the past for communities and other people. It could also be non-technical story, something that you did for community which was non-tech, in the non-tech field. That works too. But yeah, of course, for the people. I think I went too far. All right, that's something for this question. Now, about introducing your community, mention the community work that you've done. Now, a lot of people who are applying are not holding their own community. That's totally fine. Even we did not have our own community or anything like that. You can even mention your community work for the other communities, or any technical gatherings that you hosted, or even if you assisted some other community members or volunteered for someone else, that's pretty fine. You can mention in this particular section of the application. All right then. Also, you can mention your open source work, or if you are a part of any community, feel free to mention all of those things in this particular section. I think that's it for this part. I'll definitely share the general tips in the next part of this stream. But right now we'll just go with a general answer कि क्या आना चाहिए. Now, yeah, Farhan, you stop sharing the screen.
Yeah, okay, so let me invite Abdurrahim to share his views on this as well.
Okay, perfect.
Uh,
So
yeah,
it will be great if you can share the screen. Like you want to elaborate the questions, or you want to me to share some tips or my experience.
your experience of this program, yeah.
Okay, perfect. So, folks, first of all, like, if I tell you an amazing thing, like, I applied 2 times. First in the February cohort, and next in the August cohort. The difference between both of these applications is, like, you can say that my application was almost 70% same in the second attempt, right? So the 30% was something that I improved. So how it is possible the application is 70% almost same, and uh, just give me a second, I have some it's something in my throat. Okay, so how it can possible that my application is 70% same, and then I got selected. So the thing is that I just rephrase every single thing. The thing in my first application, I was just like, okay, I will do this thing, I will do this thing. I just elaborately explained every single details. That was no necessary at all. In the second application, I just took all those all those points, and put them in you can say in a precise manner, so that I can make my application more you can say more accurate than the previous one. So that's the thing that I was just trying to convey, that the reason I'm trying to say this to you, be precise with your answers. Do not over elaborate any single detail. Always put the things in a proper sequence. Faika has already mentioned that you must use some storytelling in your application. That will be the high point. And yep, one more thing, that your next point should match with your previous point. For example, in the second question, you put that once you became a GitHub Campus Expert, for example, in second question you put that you have organized some hackathons, some events in the past, right? Or in the third question, when they're asking that what will you do once you become a GitHub Campus Expert, and you are again explaining the thing. If I became a GitHub Campus Expert, I will create so I will organize some XYZ hackathon, some XYZ events. So the question they will ask you, that if you can organize these things in the past, then why you need us in the future to organize those things? You can do by your own, so why you need us? You must have to figure out those points, like. So yep, I guess that's it from my end. So up to you, Farhan.
Okay, perfect. Thanks for sharing that, Abdurrahim. So I'm going to invite Rashid Hassan quickly to join us. Hey, Rashid, you are live too.
Okay. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Hello, wonderful people. This is Rashid Wasan, and I'm also a GitHub Campus Expert. My training recently got accepted. So yeah. So you know me properly. So let's go to straight to the point. So my story is same as Abdurrahim mentioned. I did also apply in the cohort of February 2022, but I wasn't selected at that time. So the thing was that the problem that you should avoid, and the thing that I noticed, I made a mistake in my previous application, was I was not sure about the answers, and I didn't even understand the questions properly, what they were trying to ask, right? So this was the thing, and the first and foremost thing is to understand the question, that what information they are looking for, right? Just imagine they are looking for something or a specific information from you, and you're writing 250 words paragraph, and it doesn't even contain the information that they want. Consider yourself in place of reviewer. How bad would it feel? It will feel like a waste of time, right? So the first thing is to provide them with the information that they require from you. So this was the thing that I noticed. Although my answers were pretty well written and I had a lot of community work experience, but I didn't answer the questions in the way that I was supposed to, because I wasn't answering providing the information that they were looking for, right? So this highlights the importance of understanding the question, right? So the second thing is, I would once again go with the a thing that was mentioned by Abdul Rahim, that there should be coherence, and as Faika mentioned, you must follow a storytelling pattern. The reviewer must have a reason to go through all of your answers, and he should be reading everything that you have mentioned there, right? So you have to keep it interesting. You have to start energetically. I have been reviewing applications, answers by some other GCE program aspirants this time as well. The common thing that I have noticed, the mistake that they have been making, is they are adding those statements. They further confuse the reviewer, right? So what you have to do, first of all, keep one thing in mind: the reviewer doesn't know you, doesn't know anything about you, right? So write down your answers, give them to a person who doesn't know you, right? On a high level. He might be acquainted of you, but he might not know you on a very high level, right? So give him or her the answers that you have written, and ask them whether the content that you have written provides the clear picture of your personality or not. Isn't there any statement or a sentence that is creating a confusion about your personality? So you have to be crystal clear, there should be coherence, and you have to follow a storytelling pattern. So there is a question that why do you want to become a GitHub Campus expert? So for me, communities are in my blood, right? So the first thing is that the support by GitHub that you're getting into GitHub Campus Experts program, it is super competitive program, right? But they individually focus on every GitHub Campus expert and support him or her in a very decent way. So this is the thing that will unleash your potential to arrange sessions like this one, right? Some high impact activities. GitHub will be supporting you in that. So you can leverage that point, the support they are providing, and what makes GitHub Campus Expert program different than the other communities. And for that purpose, you will have to go through uh, each bit and byte of this particular program. You have to know program quite well and to understand how what type of people they are looking for, right? And how will the Campus Experts program enable you to support your local community better? So for me, I was advocating GitHub Student Developer pack in my application, right? So I would also suggest you to do mention that, because it is something that is kind of a decent value, right? So I think this is from my side. So yeah, thank you. Over to you, Farhan.
Thank you, Rashid, for sharing some insightful tips for that purpose. Now I'm gonna share my journey and few tips which I have for you folks. So first of all, uh, you should reach out to your local campus expert for referral purposes, because the referral matters, and that matters a lot. So if you want to know how to find your nearby campus expert, you should just quickly go to your global campus and see that. So let me quickly show you that as well. Just hold on a second. Wait. Yeah. So Okay, so when you will go to your global campus, yep, you will find your local expert here. So just reach out to your local expert and ask them for a referral because they know you better. So they will be an advocate for you to GitHub. Then there are like 4 tips which I want to share to you, which are like officially by GitHub team for our referrals as well. So they review hundreds of applications. So if you will be specific, telling them what makes their community, your community, and you unique, that will help you stand out a lot because they read a lot of stories, they read a lot of stuff. So you have to be a little specific with what you are and what your community is. So, secondly, you should mention 1 or 2 goals of the program, like how these things will benefit your community because GitHub Campus Expert program has some goals as well. So, third thing, take time to fully understand what program benefits align with your goals, like what how this can help your community goals as well. Then you know that it is for technical community, so everyone knows coding and stuff. So what people do, they are like, we are making this much people learn how to code, we are making this so people can understand that and that. So everyone is doing that. Be unique, so stand out in those applications. So now we should like move forward to Q&A. So for that purpose, I'm gonna grab everyone to the stage. Yep, you all are live now, so we will head out to the questions, and uh, whoever will like to answer them, they can go ahead, open their mic. So the first one is, can you explain more what kind of support GitHub gives? Starting from the Rashid.
Okay. So, as I mentioned, since this program is very competitive and very few people get selected, right? So, our program manager has a decent level of focus on each and every GitHub campus expert out there, right? You might have seen other communities recruiting a lot of people, but they might not be able to focus on each one at a very high level, right? In GitHub campus experts, you get a lot of support. For example, if you are arranging a session, depending upon the audience, you will get swags for each of your session or event. You can also claim some budget for that as well, right? Apart from that, there will be exclusive training. As soon as you are accepted into the program, your training will be started. And to be very honest, I was into communities a lot, but when my training of GitHub Campus Experts program got started, the view for kind of my thoughts about or the perception of communities was totally changed, right? So first thing, you got a lot to learn in GitHub Campus Experts program, in your training and along the way, right? You got to network with people around you, GitHub Campus Experts, and believe me, these guys are super competitive. So yeah, the second thing, first thing is your personal growth, and the second thing is the support for each and individual event that GitHub provides you with stickers and a lot of swags. And another thing, right? We are having a GitHub field day, so I would recommend you to go through it, open YouTube and search GitHub field day and see how fun it is, right? So you will get exclusive attendance for these events, and GitHub will be sponsoring you for everything. So this is mind-blowing support. So yeah, this was all from my side. I think Farhan should add something into it.
Yeah, I will definitely add, but I will let Faika and Abdul Rahim to add something to it as well. So, Faika, do you want to add something? Then we can move to Abdul Rahim.
Guys, there is a lot of benefits from GitHub Campus Export, but I would say that because time is limited, let's not focus on the support that GitHub gives, because it is innumerable. We can't say the sponsorship, monetary exposure, community leadership, everything is you'll get from GitHub. But right now, the main topic of this event is more about how to get selected, right? So how about focusing upon that? We'll take this question by the end if we get time, maybe. It's
Yeah,
just
sure.
fun.
Let's wind this up with Abdurrahim
Uh-huh.
then.
Yeah, sure.
I think we should move on to next question. Both of Faika and Rashid has already explained very well. So if you have anything to add, you can add.
Yeah, sure. I will add it to it later then. So first of all, we answer a few quick questions. So the first one is like the word limit is of like 1500 words. Secondly,
1500 characters.
characters. Yep.
That's okay. Yeah.
Okay, so someone has like two campus expert from their campus already. So what can they add to their application so they can be considered for GitHub Campus Expert program? So who will like to take this one? Okay, I'm gonna take one for the team then.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so Omer, like you have some really awesome people from your campus. So first of all, you should reach out to them and see like do your campus needs one more GitHub Campus Expert or no. So if you really think so, your campus needs one more, then you can just justify that in your application that why you need one more campus expert from your campus. Are there so many students and so many communities with different goals? Then you can definitely stand out. Otherwise, I think so. They're like two already. So you have a very. I don't want to discourage anyone, but still, like they're like two from your
Okay,
campus.
Farhan, can I add something?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay, Homer, it doesn't matter how many GitHub campus experts are already on your campus. Obviously, this is going to increase competition by a lot since you already have two GitHub campus experts at your campus, right? But you have to mention what makes you different from them. How could you contribute to community in a way that is different from them? So the first thing is to understand the personality and perceive their community services of two GCs that are already on your campus, and get in touch with them, get their mentorship. And as I said, these programs like these support diversity inclusion. So you have to prove that you are different than them, and together you people can come up with amazing ideas for community services. So I hope this clears out your question. Thank you.
Okay, so quickly moving to the next one, Haruna Basi has a question that after being selected, do we become a GC trainee? If so, what's the process and how long does it take to become a GC? Okay, so the moment you will become a GC trainee, you will have at least half access to the GitHub organization, and then it depends on how quickly you will complete your training. So once you will complete that, it will go in the queue, and then the reviewing team will review your training, and if it get like accepted, then they will just merge your pull request and you will be invited to the program completely. So yeah, next time we have there can be multiple. Someone on LinkedIn stream asked there are already two. Yeah, okay, so that question is already answered. Then we have one more question that what kind of local community do you have to mention? So Faika, will you like to take this one?
Yeah, okay. So, what question exactly is this thing? Matlab, there are two questions based on community. That is, the one is how will Campus Expert enable you to support your community? I'm assuming that the question that this person, Jacob, is asking is about that question. Is
Yeah,
it
he's
so?
asking about like what community we should talk about. Maybe the campus-wise community, the city-wise, or the country-wise. So yeah, he's
Oh,
asking
I
about
see.
that. So
Okay,
we
so I
should
guess
talk.
we already
Yeah.
mentioned a little about this in the first question part, but yeah, because you need to mention about your communities, I'd say that any community that you were a part of or you've contributed in, you've provided any voluntary support to that community can be mentioned. It's not required that that community has to be from your campus or your university. It's absolutely well if even if you are supporting some community online or through any other means, that's totally fine. So this is one of the answers, and any community work that you've done is more than enough to be added.
Okay, so I will like to add one thing in there, like it's GitHub Campus Expert program. So try to focus on your campus-wise communities first. So you can mention other as well, but the community should be to support students, and it's fine if they are operating in city-wise or country-wise or maybe worldwide. But like keep they should be in your campus as well. So yeah, we should take next one. Okay, so Abdul Rahim, will you like to answer this one?
Yeah, sure. There are a lot of examples in the past where students who were not active in the community, but still they get selected because they have a good reason. Like if you have good reason, if you have the passion to run a community, to create something good for the students, then you definitely can apply. It will not matter that you have already in been some communities or not, but yes, it will give you an extra edge if you have already participated in some communities, because that can tell them that you are the eligible candidate for this position, because that shows some responsibility, etc., in form of your community work. So yeah, it is a plus if you are already part of some communities, but if you are not, then do not worry unless or until you have a very good story to back you.
Okay, Farhan, I want to add something to it.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
So I have a bit of experience in answering this question, because there was a guy that was also applying for a competitive program, a community program like this. So he didn't have any previous community experience. So what I have observed, they just want to see your community management skills. So if you haven't been a part of any community before, what you can see, you can create an imaginary community. After, for example, if you get selected, you can mention this can be a decent point for you, that you have never got an opportunity to lead a community. But if you get selected into GitHub Campus Experts program, how will you use and unleash that power or leverage that privilege to create a new community and manage it, right? So you can do a lot of stuff. So I hope this answers your question.
Okay, so like I would like to add something in it as well. The GitHub's when there was like my time to apply to the program, they used to ask, you are like creating a new community or you are like supporting a current community. So you need to know how communities work before like getting into this program or building a community. So get involved with some local communities, and you can try your luck with the program for now as well. Okay, so there is a question that there are no campus experts in my country. Do you have any tips in this regard for referrals? So, yeah, you can just find the current GitHub Campus experts on the GitHub Campus Expert websites, as well as on GitHub Education website. So just reach out to any GitHub Campus expert and ask them like how you should apply to get into the program, or can they refer you based on your like portfolio or whatever you show to them. Okay, so that's the duplicate question. Then we have like, what are the core goals of the program from GitHub perspective? So, Rashid, will you like to add something?
Okay, could you please repeat the question that we are answering right now?
Yeah, it's what are the core goals of the program from GitHub perspective? Like, what goals do they have with this program? Why they are running this program?
Okay, so the first thing is they have been advocating, they want people to advocate the incentives and programs that GitHub is providing. So you just have to be like an advocate. So, for example, there are a lot of free services that GitHub is providing. If you are a student, you can get a GitHub Student Developer Pack, right? They have made it necessary in order to apply for the program. What's the reason behind that? Obviously, they want you to explore their GitHub Student Developer Pack because they are providing thousands of dollars of services for free, right? And they want people to advocate these things, that GitHub is providing free pro tier for for undergraduates, and a lot of free services like GitHub Student Developer Pack that contains more than 40 different services for free for students, right? So you will be advocating them. And apart from that, GitHub is obviously fostering the environment of open source learning and community inclusion, and they are focusing on creating some kind of high quality communities. So basically, they are their goals.
Faika and Abdurim, will you like to add something to it as well?
I think Rashid has covered everything in detail. So yep, that's the core goal for the program. Like if you want a one liner from me, that it will be like uh, uh, they want a person who has a passion to grow their community. They just really want to support you. If you are the eligible candidate, they really want to support you. Just show them that you have the passion, your community has these kind of struggles, and you are ready to overcome all those struggles. So if you are a community passionate guy, then definitely that's the their point of view for the selection. Like they will give you a high point.
Okay, so Faika, do you want to add?
Need, Farhan. I think that's it.
Okay, okay. So yeah, so their core goal is to build and support technical communities around the world. So there won't be any limit for a community to grow by any means, like monetary swags and like technology or stuff. Then there is a question which is like, can I in a add in application of my contributions Indian community? Like first of all, like communities are communities, and if that was a technical community, irrespective of the nation, you can mention those, there won't be any issue. Okay, so then there is like an off topic question, but still like uh okay, so GitHub field day will happen in Lahore, but like it's not in the pipeline for now. There is one in Karachi. So yeah, that's it too in quarter two. Okay, so what if we have no campus expert in our uni for referral? You can reach out to your nearby campus expert for this purpose. Okay, so who will like to answer this one? What skills do you need? Like, what program demands?
Okay, this one is a good question. Now, finally, we have something from the application which is much needed for this session. I'll answer this one. Does the program demand any skill? If yes, then what are those? All right, guys. So, first of all, I'd like to clear this. You need no technical skills to be mentioned in the application. It's not like you are very good at DSA or you're very good at developing something using Flutter or anything and you'll mention and you'll get selected. It's nothing like that. The skills that GitHub demands for is your leadership skills, your interpersonal skills, teamwork, team building, community skills overall. So that's something that you need to basically, not directly or straightforwardly, but indirectly mention this throughout your application. Get this thing towards the attention that you are built in community and you love building communities. You love being around people, helping people, supporting people. These are the skills that matters for being a campus expert, and these are the skill that GCE demands for. All right, I think that's something.
Okay, perfect. Can I add something
Farhan,
for?
Yeah, sure.
okay, go on, Rahim, go on.
Okay, just one thing that Faika has mentioned, very all the things in detail. On the top of it, you should also focus on diversity, inclusiveness, and the equality in your community. Like if you are building community, you must consider these three factor while building or running community. So this is the must thing that they demand from you. So yep, that's it from my end. Rashid, over to you.
Okay, being a former GDSE lead and a gold MLSA, and also a GitHub Campus expert, one thing that I have noticed is very common, that when you have a passion for serving others in community, that really outshines from every other skill or any other thing in your application, right? So if you are passionate about community building, definitely this is going to be reflected from your application. So yeah, the first and foremost thing is that you must be passionate about community building and helping others. So yeah, this was from my side.
Okay, so only skill you need to apply for this program is a community building skill. So that will cover all. Okay, so a guy said like, if I'm not active on my GitHub profile from last 2 months, I'm applicable for GC. Yeah, if you have the student developer pack from last 6 months, then you are good to go with your GitHub profile. Doesn't matter that much. Okay, so Abdurrahman Riyaz said like, I don't have a GitHub profile at all. So like, once if you don't have a GitHub profile, you won't be able to apply for the GitHub Student Developer Pack, which is really required for this program. So yeah, you won't be able to apply this way.
Just add to that question, like if you want to apply for the next cohort, you must have GitHub account right now, because it requires at least 6 months for the developer pack. You must have a developer pack for the last 6 months, and similar goes to for your account.
Yep. So like, Faika, will you like to take this one now? The person is saying like he's currently enrolled at BIC that offers the transitional education, and we have no community and no GC at our campus. How should I go about my application then?
Yeah, Mohammed Shayan, I think that's a privilege for you. If you don't have any GCE at your campus, that's absolutely well. You can be the first person who will be selected as a GitHub Campus Expert. And as you mentioned that you're enrolled at BIC or Transformation, I don't think that really is required to be mentioned in your application. So you can absolutely go with this thing. How should I go about my application? Yeah, just go with it like everyone does. You don't even have to mention your college name or anything, or how many campus experts are there on your campus. Just move with your community work or anything, and that's it.
Yep. The only
And
time you will mention your like campus and stuff, it will be like while applying for GitHub Student Developer Pack. So yeah, if there
Farhan,
is, yeah, let me
I,
finish.
I,
Then you
I
can add.
want to add
Yeah,
something here.
yeah. Let me finish my.
Mhm,
Yeah. So
mhm.
if there is no community, you can build one, or either become part of any technical community around you. That if that's not in your campus, then that's fine too. So Rashid, like you can start now.
Okay, one thing that can make you very strong candidate for any application like these is how do you do wordplay, and how do you leverage your current situation, right? As a person, as a gentleman already asked that they had two GCs at their campus, so this can also be used in your favor, or his favor obviously. And if you don't have any community leader in your community, once again this comes with other benefits. Like, I am the first one from my region, from Jamshoro city. There was no GitHub Campus Expert before, although we have two universities there. So I leveraged that point, that we don't have GitHub Campus Expert here, and I want to be the first one. And considering the audience there and the number of students who will get affected when I become GitHub Campus Expert, right? So you can use it to your advantage. It's all about leveraging your current situation and shaping it in a way that it makes you fit for the program.
Okay, I just want to add one point on it. Like, to answer this question, that how should you go about your application, you have to ask yourself a question, that why you need the community, right? So once you are starting the question, starting answering the question, then why exactly you need the community in your campus, you will find a very, you can say, a best application ever. Because if you list down all the problems, all the things that the campus is facing, and you believe that you and your community can overcome those struggles, those problems, then that will make your application the more best version of it.
Okay, so there is one more, that they have a GC at their college already, but sadly they create an inclusive environment in other states except our college and state. Okay, so who will like to take this one? I guess Rachid mentioned how to play with words, so he will be a great fit to start with. So Rachid, will you like to begin?
Okay, so one of the most important things when you are writing the applications, because they are looking for people who are supportive, So the thing that you have keep in mind, I do appreciate that you have asked this question to write this thing in constructive way, right? Because it's like, if there is a little bit of negativity, it kind of becomes huge in surroundings of a lot of positive words. When there becomes a negative word, it's a human tendency. We start focusing on it. So once again, be optimistic, be positive in your application. Now, talking about this particular thing, uh, you can obviously take it in a positive way. Like, if that particular GCE has close friends in that particular state, and for sure, if you are mentioning that you have reminded that GCE to build a good environment at your campus, you don't have to mention that they are doing a great work in other states, but they haven't done it in your campus. You can see their preferences are different than you. This can be a good way, that their preferences are different than yours. What you are trying to do, you are trying to serve your local community better, but what they are trying to create an inclusive environment on a bigger level, bigger picture. What you are going to do, you are focus on your local community first, and then you are going to start spreading that kind of effect or community building passion towards other states then. So it can be like difference of approach, how you create community. If you're focusing on other communities, that's also a good thing, right? But you cannot complain about it, that someone is doing community work out there in other states but not at your campus. So you can take it as an opportunity that they have different set of preferences, but what you are trying to do, you are going to take your local community first, and then you are going to spread your awareness towards other states. I hope this answers your question, but there should be no negativity in your application. Please do take care of that.
Yep, I would like to add one more thing, that if you have some plans for your community, you can reach out your current GC for that. Like, let's do this in our campus. So I am very hopeful they will be very interested to do that in their campus. Secondly, I have seen few folks doing this in the past as well, and the reason I found was, like, the campus administration is not so friendly, so they are not approving their events. They are not letting them do this, so they have to do it somewhere else because they have the passion for community building. So they are doing it where they are finding a way to do it, or like where they are getting an opportunity to do it. So maybe that will be a issue from your campus administration. So if you have some experience of throwing events at your campus and things work for you at your campus, then you should just use those in your application and become a part of this campus expert program as well. There are two, or like from many campuses, there are like two people already in the program, so you can be one of those campuses as well. So moving to the next one, like, do you wanna add anything, Faika or Abdurrahim, to the previous one?
No, I don't have anything specific
No,
to add.
no, that's good.
Okay, okay. So yeah, there is a new one. Like, if my application is accepted, what I'm supposed to do, like my roles other than being cooperating and helping others. So, Faika or Abdurrahim, who will like to take this one?
Okay, so once you're accepted, I think that's again the later part of the application. But if you are accepted, your roles as a campus expert would be, of course, first in training, and then second, community building, very important thing to do. But start holding events or taking conferences, educating people about the GitHub Student Developer Pack and about all the other GitHub, stuffs that are like GitHub Capilot, GitHub Universe, or any other events happening at GitHub, everything about GitHub. So that's something you can do to help GitHub out. And GitHub will, of course, help you all monetarily as well as provide you all training, exposure, and community. So that's the thing that happens after the application is accepted.
Yep. Abdurrahim, will you like to take this one? Abdurrahim?
Yeah.
Uh,
because it's not very much focused on just computer science students. It's absolutely fine. You just need to be enrolled in a university degree program, and yeah, I think that answers it.
Sure. Like when we have one more. Like there are like two from. Oh, yeah. Does your GitHub profile making an impact on the application? No, it doesn't matter. But if you have it, like it's a better to have a nice one though. It will increase your
Yeah,
chances.
I'll make a subtle blog that it's good if you have a good README and you manage your GitHub account well, because that's something they will be looking forward at when they are reading your application. And as far as I remember, some of the reviewers were my friend, and they did mention this, that make your README as polished as you can. So please try to do it too. It
Yeah,
helps.
increase your chances by this way. But yeah.
Mhm.
Then we have one more. Like how many GCs are there in load? There are like two right now. So, yeah, moving to the next one, that's a great way. So, there's a little appreciation for Rashid. Then, okay, so it's a repetitive question. We will move to the next one. Hmm. So, Faika, will you like to answer this one as well?
You know the technical skills we should have. We have the skills related to electronic. Okay. Alright, yeah. So you have skills related to electrical engineering, but like I mentioned earlier on, that you don't need technical skills to apply for this program. It's all about community building and interpersonal skills that they'll be looking forward at. So it's totally fine if you are from the electrical background. You don't even have to mention any of these skills that you do at college or learn at college. You need to mention how much you have done for the community, be it at college or online for any another country, anywhere. I even mentioned this thing in my previous AMA with my community, that it's even fine, even well, if you mention your non-technical support to the communities. It's totally fine, even if you've done something for people in rural areas of your country. It's totally fine even if you mention these things. So your technical skill does not matter. Sharaf, you're good to go.
Okay, Farhan, I want to add something in this. So at our campus, that I have the thing that I have noticed, there are students from electrical and electronics that are also involved in bit of embedded programming, and they are doing freelance work, somehow technical stuff, like even in graphic designing or anything else. So there is always a technical element in your community. You just have to find that out. Once again, as I mentioned, that they are trying to advocate those services that GitHub is providing. You have to figure out that how your local community can make use of the things that GitHub is providing. There is a wide variety of things. I would suggest you to go through GitHub Student Developer Pack once and try to brainstorm on that. Uh, how many people in your community can use different services from that developer pack, and how will it kind of help them in growing in their career? So this thing can be a little efficient part of your application as well. So do brainstorm on that as well.
Okay, so the next one is about tenure. Like, do GCs has a tenure or no? So like there is no tenure, but like until or unless you will not graduate from your campus, you will be a part of this program, and later on you will be the alumni. Then we have one more. So Rashid, will you like to take this one, or we will let up the rain?
I'll just do it. Is it necessary that before applying to GC should be updated with projects? Arisha, you don't have to mention your projects in your application anywhere, as they've never asked for it. So it's absolutely well if even if your GitHub account is not having any public projects, because that's not what they're looking for. That answers it. I've emphasized this thing enough that your technical skills, technical projects, technical internships is not what your application is looking for. It's all about communities.
Yep. The only skill you need is the community building skill.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you so much for your time. So we should move towards the t-shirt giveaway now. So yeah, I have shared a form. So you can just fill that up real quick. So it will be helpful. Like we have 200 plus registrations, so it will be hard to filter people from there. Like those who are still in the session, they deserve to get one. So yeah, you can just quickly fill this form. So we will just take the names from there and match that as well, that if you were registered, and then the t-shirt will be yours to the one lucky winner, whoever will get this.
Yeah, and
Okay.
before closing, yeah, go
Mhm.
ahead. No, no, it's fine. You
Okay.
can go ahead.
Go ahead, Faika. Go ahead.
I'm good. You can speak.
Okay. So what I was saying, when you get the T-shirt or the coupon, do please do give a shout out to DevConnect and all the people here in this panel talk. So wishing you all the best for this giveaway. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. On a lighter note, I'd like to say that, Farhan, let's have a general tip session. Like all of us four can just add up anything from our application to close this event.
Yeah, sure. Anyone who wants to give some tips, you can surely go ahead.
Everyone has to do it. Let's start with Abdul, and then Rashid, and Farhan, and I'll go.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Any
folks, if
general
you
tip?
want
Yeah.
to, yeah, if you want me to leave you with one tip, then I will say that take a pen and paper and write down all the struggles that you are facing as a community person, or that you feel that the people around you are facing in your campus or in your community, right? Write down all those struggles, all the problems, and make your application revolve around those problems, right? So this is the tip that I will give you. List down all the problems and fill out your application question around those problems. So that's it from my end. Thank you.
Okay, so from my side, there are a few tips. First and foremost, being be clear and concise. So now, what is meant by clear? Clear means that every statement that you are writing, you just have to, as I mentioned earlier, you have to consider that reviewer doesn't know anything about you. So rather than creating any question on your personality or creating any confusion, you have to write clear statements, right? Get them reviewed by the person that doesn't know you very well. So this was the first thing. And concise. Please do respect someone else's time. Reviewer gets a lot of applications, so when you are filling out the application form, please keep it to the point as possible and provide the information that they are requiring. So yeah, this was from my side.
Okay, so yeah, I would like to give those four tips again. That first of all, you have to identify what problems your community is facing. Then go to the program and find the program goals which align with those problems as well, and then see do you really need GitHub Campus Expert program to support you and your community? If yes, and there is a solid reason for that, then go ahead with the program application and do try your luck. Don't get disheartened like you don't have good skills or something, or some fancy experience or something. Just go ahead with it. So the worst which can happen is you won't get selected. So this way you won't be even considering getting considered. So yeah, while filling the application, just remember those four things, like be concise, don't waste someone else time. So just put yourself in others shoe, that if you are the reviewer and you have to review thousands of application like this one, so will you select this one or not? And try to be unique as much as you can, like what makes you and your community unique, because there are many communities which are very unique, but they are not familiar with that what unique things they are doing. So just mention what unique you have, and try to make your every word matter. Like don't put words which won't do any good for your application. So Faika, will you like to add something now?
Oh, yeah. So I just put on all the tentative points that were discussed in this entire stream, going with around 10 points that I even discussed with my community. So I'd like to put them forward. Let's go with it. First thing is, please improve your vocabulary in your application. I've read a couple of applications that or who asked me for reviews, and I one thing I noticed is vocabulary is very important. It English matters, of course. So you can even use any AI or anything to help you out with it, but improve your vocabulary in your application. Secondly, try to improve your GitHub profile. It matters. Show your open source contribution as much as you can, because at the end of the day, GitHub Campus Expert is about also GitHub products, which includes open source. So that's something you can include. And yeah, if you want to include any contributions in your application, try to mention all the open source contribution and how you've helped some organizations through this thing. And then third point is structure your application, like we've mentioned in the beginning as well. Try to add stories, from true stories, of course, from anything that you've done for communities. Structure your application such that you basically emphasize the struggles related to your community building stuff, and that's something which actually makes your application stand out from all the other. Because, like, I think I've not mentioned this early on, but there are more than 6,000 applications coming to GitHub, and from that only 150 applications are selected for the first round, and then it is drilled down to like 50 applicants, which makes it a very rigorous selective process. And hence you need to stand out from all the other applications. Hence I'm saying this, try to mention your struggles. That's what I did, and some of the other selected applicants have done. Mention your struggle while building your own community. Mention all of those things that you faced, and you want GitHub to support you with it, and that's how you can stand out. And yeah, then the next step that I'd like to give is try to add proofs. This is something which people don't often do, but I did it, and this is also recommended by GitHub field experts, which are, again, I think most of you all don't know about who are GitHub field experts, but they are basically a GitHub campus expert ke alumni wale version, who are very active as a campus expert, and then they are promoted as field experts. So they mentioned this point, that add proofs in your application, either by the end of the application कि हाँ क्या क्या किया है उसका proof भी होना चाहिए. ऐसा नहीं that you are just bloating it out कि हाँ we're doing this, but you don't have any proofs associated. So that's somewhere you need to add proofs and links in the end of the application. And another tip is, I'm getting some calls. Yeah, so sorry for that. So try to include keywords, I'd say. Keywords as in community leader or any support that you've given. Explicitly mention anything that you've done for the community. Yeah, you can even dramatize it. I'd say that's something that helps a lot. Dramatize everything that you've done. I saw some applications where they literally dramatized how they built a community, going from the struggles, how they met some friends, they started their community, they helped these people, and that's how you can move forward with your application, and of course make something unique come out of your application. Then mention the community work, and even if you are a part of some community, mention that out. Then next is, if you are an MLSA, I think most of us who are applying for GitHub Campus Export are at some or the other position, be it MLSA or be them from Hack Club or any other organization. Try to mention that out. It's also well. I'm not asking you to mention your technical skills, but mention anything that you've done for the community of your college or as an ambassador. These are the things that matters. And yeah, speak about your struggles. Don't flaunt your technical skills. I've mentioned this again and again, but yeah, this is something important. You have very limited space, so just to make good use of it. Try to stand out from all the other applications. The application process is very rigorous, very selective, so you need to do something unique in yours. And yeah, mention your work for your open source and communities. I think that's pretty much everything that we've discussed in this entire stream. Anything else that comes up, we'll try to mention it over LinkedIn's. Okay.
I really want to add something. Please,
Yep.
please don't.
The LinkedIn and GitHub links are in the chat as well. So I'm just gonna quickly grab the entries of the
Okay.
form. Just give me a second. Mm. Okay, so we have the wheel of names here. Yeah. So there are like 53 plus people who has entered their name in there. So just quickly paste those. We're 52 and there are like 52 entries. Let me refresh it once again. Yeah.
Farhan, I think we should also make sure the winner is also present with us right now. It's not
Yeah.
like someone applied and didn't join us today.
Okay, so yeah, this is the form which I shared right now, just now in the chat. So yeah, we will verify that they had registered previously with us as well or not. Then we will give it away. So let me just quickly go and roll it. I will have to go full screen for this
And
purpose.
meanwhile, I will just add one point that recently there has been notification to Gold Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador. Then they have an extra privilege over other students. Like if you are the Gold Student Ambassador, then you can add that point into your application, and then your application will have an extra privilege over other students.
Is Abdurrahim is lagging or what? Abdurrahim, you can continue. Like it's fine. It's totally fine. I'm gonna verify the winner till then.
Okay, I'm sorry, my internet just stuck, so I didn't realize that what just happened. Sorry if I interrupt.
Yeah, sure. Sure, go ahead. No, sure, go ahead.
No, 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 you go ahead. I can add that after the
Uh,
winners.
Okay, till that I
Like
will just go
mostly.
and quickly verify the person and that the person was registered with us before as well. So yeah, you can just go ahead till then.
Okay, perfect. So I was just saying that if you are anyone in the stream is a Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador at the gold level, then they have an extra privilege. We have received some emails that if we a gold ambassador put their status in the application, their application will be reviewed at a higher, like you can say they can get an extra point for that. So if you are gold Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador, do mention that in your application.
Okay, do we have Mohsin with us?
He was not registered before, so we are gonna respin the wheel.
Unlucky Mohsin.
Okay, please, if okay, if someone's name gets appeared on the screen and he's with us, please do let us know in the comments, just to help us out.
Okay,
Thank
I
you.
guess.
Oh, congratulations, Arisha. I think we have Arisha. We answered a couple of
Okay,
questions from.
we have Arisha.
But Risha, are you still with us? If yes, please let us know in the chat.
So yeah, we can just give it to you because she was registered with us as well. Yep,
Okay, perfect.
she
So
is
she's in.
here. So yeah, you will get
Okay,
your ticket
congratulations.
coupon via email, and it is applicable on any T-shirt except one. So let me quickly read that to you as well. So yeah, you will have those details in the email as well. So yeah, someone wanna add something to this before we wind this up?
Okay, just quick suggestions. The first thing, you have to follow a storytelling pattern. As Faika mentioned, you will have to construct your answers properly. So storytelling matters a lot. And the second thing was, there should be coherence in your answers, in chronological order. So you have to take things from past and your journey in like future. So yeah, you have to keep the sentences relevant to each other. It should be in a flow. So yeah, this was all from my side.
Okay, so she's getting some best wishes. So Faika or Abdurrahim, do you wanna add something, or should we wind this up?
I think we should move towards the wind up. Everything is already covered in detail, and yep, that's it from my end. And
Yeah.
good luck to all of you folks.
So
Hope
there is
you get
just
lucky.
yeah, one more question. It was like uh, it came earlier as well. So yeah, it's a repetitive again, but we didn't answer it earlier as well. So if we use ChatGPT or any other AI tool to answer these questions, then our application will be accepted or not.
Yeah,
So
Musharraf, I'll answer this one. Musharraf, I
sure.
clearly mentioned try to add proofs because ChatGPT is not something just for you, right? It's for every other applicant. So we can just go and boast stuffs out there, but it's not provable. So that's where we mentioned कि proofs add करो. ये चीज़ बहुत applicants करने वाले हैं इस बार. हमारे time तक ChatGPT नहीं था, तो it was quite tough for them to find out. But इस समय because everyone has ChatGPT, this won't work. And of course, you will need proofs, and of course, storytelling ChatGPT नहीं कर सकता, right?
And there are detection methods जिनसे पता चल जाता है, so please avoid that. इससे एक नेगेटिव इम्प्रेशन जाएगा of overall community. आप कहीं से भी अप्लाई कर रहे हैं तो आपकी लोकल कम्युनिटी का एक नेगेटिव इम्प्रेशन ही जाएगा.
Yep. Or दूसरा like as Rashid said, it can be detectable. Secondly, like you have to be yourself in the application. Like you have to tell your story. You have to tell your stuff. What happened with you. So as far as vocabulary is concerned, it might help you a little bit, but still, again, it won't help. Like a human is gonna read that, and the person will definitely identify that it's something coming from the chat GPT. So it won't be a good impression at all. So yeah, we're
Okay,
gonna
yeah.
just.
So is
Mhm.
it because I mentioned to use AI to help you out with vocabulary? Because if that is the case, then please use AI only for vocabulary. The answer has to be framed by you. The story has to be told by you. Everything has to be written by you. You can just make a prompt to AI, please that please improve my vocabulary in this application. That's only that you can request AI to do that.
AI में आप Grammarly भी यूज कर सकते हैं. It's not limited to chat GPT. So yeah, कुछ भी मतलब हेल्प आपकी असिस्टेंस अगर AI के थ्रू हो जाती है तो that's good, लेकिन आंसर should be genuine.
Yep. Okay, so I guess that was all from our side. So someone has mentioned that in some sessions on MLS and GDSC process as well, we have some in mind, and there will be some definitely coming from our
Rahman, can I
side.
answer that? Can I answer
Yeah,
that?
sure, bro, sure. I know that is something which.
So So as we were solely focusing on GitHub Campus Experts application right now, so as soon the applications for this close, so we will create a new mentorship group for MLSA program as well. So yeah, stay in touch in DevConnect, and for sure we will be having the same thing for GDSC applications. But once the applications are out, we will start doing sessions on that as well. But for as the applications for MLSA programs go always accepted. So for sure, we are going to create a mentorship group for that as well. So stay connected with us in DevConnect. Thank you.
Yep, and moreover, like just go and follow all the speakers. They are like quite active on LinkedIn and other stuff. So yeah. So thank you all for being here on this Saturday night. I know it's very hard to like uh, get some time away from your family and stuff on the weekend. So we appreciate that, and thank you so much, Faika, Abdul Rahim, and Rashid for being here and like educating our audience about the program. We hope to see you all or like most of you in our program as well. So good luck with your applications. Have a nice day.
Good luck. Thank you for
Good
joining
night.
us.
Yeah.
Have a nice day.
Yeah.
Oh,
All
good
right.
night.